doing today is installing a LED strip on the underside of my cabinets and give ourselves a little bit of light under here. As you might be able to see, we have the light from the microwave here, we have our main kitchen light, we have our dining room light, and still under our counters, under our cabinets, I mean, it's dark. So if you're trying to cook something or, you know, I don't know, make a pizza or something like that here, you're always casting a shadow. So what I'm going to do is install some LED lights and stick them to the back side of this cabinet face underneath, and that should light up this entire area. Now, I've wrestled with this for a while. I thought about doing a hardwire where I'd replace one of my outlets with a switch and then run the power behind the wall and come out under here, because we don't want to see any wires for this. But then I ended up doing the smart plug, and I'm going to use the outlet that most kitchens are going to have behind their microwave. So it's still not going to be seen, and I'm going to run the wire up and around between the cabinets, and you shouldn't see any of it once I'm done. So let's get started. Okay, with some support pieces, some sticky pieces where you can put up, hold the cable up. One connector here for like a jumper between, you know, two sections. The plug, a remote or controller, I guess, and that will dim it and also turn it on and off. Those two connect here, and then the actual lights, light strip there. What I bought to go along with it are these. I'll put a link to them. It's 5 pairs of male and female connectors that match the tip here and here. So essentially you can bridge this connection with a set of these adapters. And the goal is for me to be able to convert from this type of a connection to wire, so that I can split and run multiple wires off of a single connection, and then still come back to these connections where necessary. I also bought, on top of this, I bought some extra connectors that connect directly to the LED lights right here. At this copper piece, you can cut that with scissors, and then I can connect that here and connect this piece to a jumper wire and run wire wherever I need to run wire. And then finally I have this, which is just a smart outlet that I got that works with my Echo system, where I can turn the lights on and off just with my voice, or of course I can use the controller there. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to run it through the wall and up from here, or if I'll just run it up the back of the cabinet, maybe over in the corner and up through that way. Either way, you're not really going to see the wire behind, you know, the cookbooks and that sort of thing. So I may just run it up that corner and up into the top of the cabinet. And then down here, between these two cabinet sections here, there's a gap that goes all the way up. You can see here, this gap runs all the way to the top of the cabinets. So I'm just going to drop a cable down there, all the way down through here, and then come through where these little notches are to connect to my LED strips here. The previous owners actually had some sort of light up here because they had already carved out these little openings all the way down. So I'm just going to take advantage of those. End up using a 3/8 bit, and I can widen it a little bit if I need to. Get this plugged in. And that'll just run up right there and come out at the top. I tried to go between the cabinets there, but the end here was too long to actually go in between the cabinets and turn to go up, so I ended up having just to run it up the corner of the cabinet there. So now that we have the cable to the top of the cabinet, I actually need to bring it all the way back down under here. I want to put the remote under here. That comes with this 3M tape on the back, so it should just stick right to the bottom of the cabinet here, and then I should just be able to drill through and run my cables up from here all the way up inside this channel, all the way up, and connect to the wire that I just got run there. Problem is, these cables are too short to go all the way up the cabinet, so that's where these come in. I can connect one of these to the end here and run my wire from one end to the other end and connect the other end up at the top of the cabinet. Alright, I have one section done. You can see here I came through right there with my wires running up, my two adapters. There's my switch, my jumper that goes to the strip there, and a holder there that's just kind of holding everything up. That has sticky tape and a screw in it, so it should hold really well. And the switch actually has sticky tape on the back of it also. And very happy with how that looks. All the wires run up the channel here to the top. That, and those wires run over and down here. There it is with the other section done. Got my line running right down here from that side over down through here. You can see it comes in here, right there, ties into the jumper right there, and it runs right back up in there. So you saw these sections that I got done the other day. I finished up this section and that section today, or yesterday. But to get those done, I actually had to run a cable into the wall, into the attic, and then over, back through this wall, and then out on top of this cabinet. And then I ran my cable down here, tied it in there, And then over here, I came out that side and tied it in there. And the cable basically lays across the top of the cabinet there and ties it all together. And they feel bright. They feel like they're getting good power all the way around. Overall, I've been really happy with how this turned out. The LED strips were very easy to stick into place. They feel like they're going to last as far as the stickiness. They feel sturdy. They don't feel like they're about to fall down or anything like that. And how easy it was to actually get everything in place. And that's all there is to it. Thanks for checking out the video. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. I'm happy to answer them. The hardest part of this entire project was this guy. Actually getting the LED strip to slide inside of this piece. You have to leave the tape over the sticky part so that you can slide it in, otherwise it sticks to it. But if you do that, it's thicker than you expect it to be, and it's hard to actually get it to slide into it. So that's the hardest part I found for the whole project, but I made it work, and eventually I got everything connected like it should. Pretty happy with how the lights turned out. They light very well along the back of the counter. I think that we're still going to have to put in some can lights to actually pick up the front part of the counter to get the whole thing lit like we want it. But overall, very happy with this project. It does take some effort. Like I said, I had to run cable up into the attic and across and down, and fishing that wire through the holes was a difficult task. My son helped me out getting all that done. If you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. That really helps me out, and hope to see you around real soon. Thanks a lot.